to lifestyle?
It's time for another refreshing break in your day.
Soda City Live starts right now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Soda City Live. I'm Sierra Artemis.
And I'm Billie Jean Shaw. Thank you so much for joining us for another refreshing break in your day on this Friday Eve. Happy Thursday to you. Sierra, we're kicking off the show today by celebrating and recognizing our WIS interns for the spring semester. So we want to give a huge shout out to Amauri Allen and Shaquan Franklin, who have completed their internship here with WIS. Amauri actually joining us today to talk about his experience as an intern. We have some fun pictures to show as well. Amauri, congratulations to you. And a recent graduate, if I can get the studio audience to join in on a big round of applause from South Carolina State University.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your college experience, where you're from, and now that you've graduated and completed the WIS internship, what are you hoping to do?
Wow. Well, I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, the upstate, as you know, we say down here in Columbia.
Yeah.
And I graduated from South Carolina State, as you stated, majoring in broadcast communication. That major right there that was a fun major, I must say. Although communication is a broad major, I want to specifically be a reporter. So I want to, you know, be in your seat or whatever.
And you're going to be a reporter
Yes,
because Amauri has done some amazing work. What are some of the stories you've been able to cover during this time here at WIS?
Oh, wow. It's been so many stories, I feel like. But one of the most memorable stories that I did cover, I would have to say, is the groundbreaking at South Carolina State. And I'm not just saying that because that is my alma mater, but because that is such a big accomplishment for South Carolina State to have a rebuild of Turner Hall.
Yeah.
You know, most of my classes were in Turner Hall, so I feel, you know, it kind of hit home for me.
Yeah.
So that was one of the major stories, or I should say memorable stories that I remember.
Yes, perfect. And then we want to show some of those pictures of you and Shaquan. We want to shout out Shay. She had to be absent today, so shout out to her and baby Halo. She graduated from Winthrop University, also did an amazing job helping produce our show. That was fun. Amauri, you helped produce as well. There are some behind-the-scenes photos of you guys having a good time here. What was your favorite part about your internship here?
My favorite part is just seeing the behind the scenes of the news. So it was pretty interesting to see how people work in different areas in the news to get the show to be the show, I guess, you know? So, and I was able to see the show, and it's like, oh, this is why this person was working so hard to get this and to get that. And it just made like a masterpiece. So that was my favorite part. It's just pretty much just behind the scenes of everything.
All came together.
Yeah. Did you have any expectations when you walked in the door? Did you meet those expectations or did you exceed those expectations?
I definitely met, and I would say exceed as well, because I know Billie Jean gave me some constructive criticism on things that I could do to improve, and I took heed of that. And I actually did improve on a lot of things, such as, you know, my speaking and being comfortable in front of the camera. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am a little comfortable.
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
So, yeah, shout out to Billie Jean for that. You have been such a great mentor for me.
Oh, thank you, Amauri. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Listen, I know that the WIS internship experience is one that is special to me. Interned here as well, and now being the coordinator here at this station, it's important to me to make sure that you guys have a hands-on experience. And I know people are always asking, how can we apply? You can go on our website and look under the careers part of it and look for the Future Focus internship program. So looking forward to seeing those applications. Amauri, though, you're going to join us on our trending topics of today. So we're going to jump right in and show off those amazing skills that you have. Did you know a full moon has been visible all week? I didn't know that.
I actually noticed. I was like, man, the moon looks extra big today. It's the final full moon of the spring, and it's called the flower moon, a nod to the flowers that bloom in May in the northern hemisphere. The moon will appear full for about 3 days' time, hitting an official peak on Thursday morning. NASA says there's also an opportunity to see the full moon near the bright stars tonight for stargazers in the Washington, D.C. area. The full moon's brightness will actually be making it difficult to see the stars as the moon moves in front of it. The next full moon will be in 2024 will be on June 21st, right after the first day of summer, and that is the strawberry moon. I love the names.
Yes,
well, very fitting.
Being that we're all from South Carolina, I have to ask, do you guys have any superstitions that you believe surrounding full moons?
I don't know. I just always know when people say it's a full moon, something crazy is going to happen.
Something,
Yeah.
right?
So I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if it's
know.
like, you know.
Like Michael Jackson Thriller, them gonna
Right.
come
You gotta
out,
throw some
right?
salt on your shoulder, spin around 3 times, spit on the ground or something. I don't have any superstitions, but you know, they always say it's a full moon or the blue moon, and the blue moon I've never heard of,
Yeah.
but clearly we get a flower moon and a strawberry moon.
And that's when like the creepy things are supposed
Yeah.
to happen. Who
Yeah.
knows?
So
Stay
I don't know.
inside.
It's been a lot going on in space. You got eclipse and full moon.
Right,
Yes.
everything.
A lot going on, lots of things happening in the sky. Well, how about this? Barbie is entering her sports era.
Mattel announced it will be honoring 9 of the biggest athletes around the world with role model dolls made in their likeness.
Oh, nice.
One of the athletes that will be featured is the tennis icon Venus Williams, the sister of Serena Williams. Mattel says the release is part of its continued celebration of the doll's 65th anniversary. The company also says Barbie is recognizing the impact that sports has in fostering self-confidence in the next generation. In a statement, Venus Williams says she is honored to team up with Barbie to continue to empower young girls. I always think the definition of making it is when you get your own Barbie.
Yes.
I remember back in the day, especially all the pop star girlies,
Yes.
like Brandy, when
That
they
was
had
my
their
favorite
Barbies
one.
to come out, Destiny's Child, Beyonce, all of them. I always thought that was really cool. And I love the fact that Barbie is emphasizing empowering the younger generation through these dolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, which one of your favorite dolls?
Okay, Brandy #1 because when I was little, when you moved her hips, her hand, and her mic moved, and
Yeah.
her outfits were nice. I also love how they paid homage to her hair. She was very known and iconic for those braids,
Yes.
and they were able to do that as well. My grandmother used to be a collector of dolls, so I got to marvel at them, not play with many of them, and she tried to get me into collecting dolls as a kid, and I tore those boxes up, and I regret them now as an adult, but I have since, as an adult, started collecting dolls myself.
Yeah.
I have Ida B. Wells, and I also have Madam C.J. Walker paying homage to my cosmetology license, so 2 dolls that are near and dear to me right now, and keeping them as far away from children as possible.
Yeah,
Wow,
I would
okay.
say one of my favorite dolls back in the day. I had a Kenya doll,
Okay.
but she
Oh,
was dressed like in the
yeah.
African clothing.
I remember
And
Kenya.
yeah, there was an emphasis on, making sure at that time, a spike in the 90s, that little black girls specifically, were able to see themselves. So I like that doll. And then the rest of them, I just kind of like cut their hair and all
Okay.
of that. So we had a lot
Butch
of
Barbie.
yeah, we had a lot of like those dolls that you can style. their
Yeah,
hair
I'm
and
surprised
everything.
you didn't say Destiny Child. You know,
Yeah,
you're a huge Beyonce
yes,
fan.
yes,
She did
Yes,
mention them,
yes.
but maybe not in the favorites, but definitely we sure
But
it's her
One of
favorite.
the- some of the
favorite,
favorites.
but as far as like keeping them, I didn't understand at the
Yeah.
time,
Okay.
when you come across those dolls. Well,
Yeah.
there's a new airline that is catering to dogs, and it is about to take off.
That's right. Starting today, Bark Air will be carrying dogs of all sizes and their human companions on routes from New York, Los Angeles, and London. The airline said its goal is to offer an alternative to traditional air travel, which is often stressful to both dogs and their owners. The services have been pretty popular already, with 15,000 requests for new destinations, but the flights will not come cheap, because one-way tickets for one dog and its owner, get this, is $6,000, and that's for domestic flights, and $8,000 for international flights. Bark Air said it plans to add new routes throughout the summer, but as of right now, those 3 places. Interesting. What do we think about this?
I think this is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't have a dog, and
okay,
so
okay.
I guess that is specifically for those who own dogs. I personally don't want to be on a plane with a dog,
Right.
because already the crying babies, and then you mixing in the dogs.
Allergies.
Allergies. It's like a lot of chatter. But for the pet lovers out there, I think that's something awesome for them. It's probably more comfortable for the pet as well.
And it sounds like it's people may look at that price tag and think it's pretty hefty, but it's about the same for 2 people. So you're basically essentially paying for 2 tickets. The dog's just included in that ticket price.
Yeah.
I've never seen smaller dogs on flights, but I know for those longer flights they allow smaller dogs on the plane, but most of them are in the bottom of a certain weight size. So
Yeah, that's really interesting. But I know that if you want, you have to pay. You got to pay to play. So if it was low ticket prices, then I would be concerned. All right. Well, Amauri, thank you so much for joining us today for our trending topics. We appreciate you. Congratulations. I know you're going to do amazing things in the world of journalism, and we look forward to seeing where you land.
Thank you all so much.
Good luck, Amauri.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to sit down with some of our amazing guests. An awesome lineup today. So the City Live will be right back after this quick break.